window. Probably it may be interesting to see this is the real time environment. So this is standby server. We'll log into the primary server. So this is the top command where you can see the heavily loaded databases anything. This is lessly loaded data because this process will start only by 9 o'clock. So we'll go to some other server where the load may be little high in this time. This is also not good. We'll go to primary. Yeah, hope you are able to see some stats over here. This is the top command which I used. If you see, so this may be very basic for someone because I am in position to start. I'm not sure your level of understanding in the performance, so I'm in position to start from the beginning, from the basics. So please bear with me if you already know these stuffs. See, these are the total ideal wait event. This should not be less than 20 or 0 in terms of performance usage when you want to check how is the CPU loaded. And this is the IO wait. This this should not be more than 5 or 6 to check if there is any really bottleneck on the IO. Any value above 10 or 20 really means there is some problem in the IO wait. That could be the wait from the storage or the wait from the server. That we should be in position to check it out. This is the top command and vmstat. This will be really a good tool to check if there is any swap usage going on. This swap in swap out is the right command to check the how is the swap usage. If you see any non-zero value here going from 100 to 200, then there is really problem in the swap usage. Alternately, you can also check the free command. Free is this 250 GB is the total RAM, and you should not be able to you should not see any value non-zero value in the swap usage. It could be either 1 GB or 2 GB that really hammers the performance of the specific sessions. So ensure the swap is always 0, and really that would give the right value. To do that, ideally, though Oracle Oracle and Red Hat recommends to put the profile to Oracle, there is something prerequisite for Oracle databases, higher databases like if you have SGA about 20 GB or 10 GB, you must set the huge page. Hope you know about what is large page. There is nothing but the huge page setting that must be set to avoid the swap usage. If you just set the profile and if you don't set the huge page, definitely that's going to give you the bad performance. And as a DBA, you have to make sure the huge page is rightly set. This server, this is a databases which is I think more than 5 terabyte, and SGS sizes you will be able to see 180 GB, and we have set the huge page. That's why we don't see, because this server really had lots of performance issues, and after lots of analysis, the huge page was the culprit. After once we set that, now the performance is very stable. We didn't have any issues. So this is where you can monitor the total huge page is set or not. If this is set, then rightly the huge page is rightly set, and you are very well to go ahead. If you want to know how to set the huge page, we will be covering in detail in the next course. How whether the server is the right candidate to go for huge page, and how do we get the values to set the huge page on the at the server level, and with the help of server team, we should be able to set the right huge page value to avoid the swapping, because swapping is the common problem in our environment. That's why we are very much focused on it. Now it's not there, it was the case earlier. Now moving on to the next slide, coming to the Oracle memory tuning. Hope you know all about SGA PGA. This is nothing but SGA shared global area and the program global area, and SGA target is the respective parameters. Similarly, PGA target limit is the respective parameters, and DB cache size, shared pool size, keep, recycle, and non-standard block size, that is NK cache size, and log buffer. These are the key parameters which has to be looked if there is any crunch on the memory. If there is no problem, in some cases the OS will tell there is a problem. In many cases OS would not tell there is if there is any problem in the databases. So as a DBA, if application team should be able to tell what is the problematic duration, like morning we had issues from 9 to 10, and go to the OEM, or you can generate your own AWS report to check if there is any really memory crunch. The SGA memory advisor will really tell whether do we need to increase the memory or not. So based on that, you can take a decision and increase the value. And if the value is going to be about 10 GB or 7 GB, please set the huge page on Linux. For other servers, Sun Solaris and AX and other servers, you really no need to set anything, because the algorithm, the kernel for there is totally different than the Linux. So Linux is open source, so they have customized it. That's why we were facing some issues, and we have to set the huge page to address the swap utilizations and as well as the IO scheduler. So after making sure this will actually will tell you, I'll just go through one quick demo where you can. What about Windows 2016? My environment is using Windows. Windows, you may be using the database size maybe less. Here also we will not have any issues if the database size is very less. Like 15. Of course, it's all based on the users as well. In Windows, we really no need to set any huge page like what we have in Linux, whereas huge page is something specific to Linux servers, not to other platforms. Oracle 11G, 354 GB. I don't think we need to set because we have no Windows servers, to be honest, in my environment. Plus, it's been 10 plus years I have worked on Windows, and I didn't come across any issues with respect to the swap utilizations, swap utilization or memory utilization for which you need to set something on Windows. There must be some parameters which would give ideally the right candidate or right value for performance to be set for the Windows servers, but not like Linux where you need to set the huge base. There must be something different. I'm not sure, and I don't think you will have any uh, problem with respect to swap. Are you really having any performance issue now? To look into, you really, I think you can still monitor the OS windows through whether you will be able to see how is the memory utilization, CPU, and yeah, but not every day. That's why when the issue comes, just immediately look into voice stats to check any problem in the CPU, memory, or swap. I hope you will be able to see some screen in the Windows itself. Based on that, you can take a decision. If you're really consistently seeing there is a issue with the swap, then you can really engage the Windows team to check what's going on what can be done to prevent the issues. There must be something there which I'm not familiar with. If not, I can check and let you know in the next course. So I'll just log into my environment. Hope you are able to see the windows. So this AWS report just will show you what is where we should look into and what basis we should go in detail. And all, 1 second. This is the data guard environment where I hope this is the primary. If not, you have to go to standby. Sorry, if not, you have to go to the primary site. Oh, this is not a standby. So we'll go to the primary site. This is the where you can generate the AWS report through OEM. I hope you are familiar with OEM or the database control. You can go here, AWS report, generate AWS report. This will really give the better picture to check what's going on and how is the memory usage and all. Program system. So this is the snap. We have to give the right snap value. starting with say for example I need to connect from 8 to 8:30. Generate report. Alternately, you can go to the server and run the AW report where you'll be able to see in the HTML format or text format. This is much easier and because we have many databases, so it's a repository kind of things. So we're used to this environment and to check the reports and other stuff. So okay, they will come. This will take couple of minutes. We'll come back to the slide later to check the memory advisors. Moving on to next slide. This is more in fact interesting as well as for some people it may be boring as well. SQL tuning. Um, when the application team reports there is an issue with the performance, obviously it after we rolled out there is no issue at the server level or the storage, which nothing can be done. All are set as per the standard. Still, there may be a chance the application team will report the issues oftenly or based on their usage as well. SQL tuning is quite interesting if you wanted to really restructure the SQL or to check what's really going on. So I'll be in the later course I'll be covering each of these topics like what is Oracle tuning advices, what can be done, and parallelism,